Samuel.
All right, welcome to Final Whistle, the channel I give you the best and nothing but the best in terms of fan reactions, sport interviews, pre and post match analysis. And we welcome you to another edition of our production today. Ugochukwu and Official. It's nice to have you back.
Yes, brother.
And then in
Hey, why?
preparation for our AFCON qualifier against Republic of Benin and Rwanda, we saw the Super Eagles train back to back, intensive training. They were involved in intensive training yesterday night, and we saw the likes of Maduka Okoye and Iheanacho coming in to make 22 numbers out of a list of 23.
Yeah.
I think the only person we're expecting now is Victor Osimhen. What do you guys think about the training yesterday?
Yes, I saw it. Like I said, it was an intensive one. You understand, training on the best with the best conditions. You understand. I saw the players; they were actually comfortable, and there's something to note to our viewers that the players are taking this even serious now than the glass house. You know, I've always said the glass house are a bunch of comedians and everything, but I think, and I will actually point out that if the players are going to get any, if Nigeria is going to get any chance to win, it boils down now to the players. I feel that the players actually heard our message and they are putting on work.
Yeah.
You understand? I saw the likes of Simon Moses taking on players. It's been long I saw him do that. It's like,
Yeah,
you understand, like a
yeah.
young Simon Moses for that matter. You understand, taking up this thing, and I saw the joy, the togetherness, and the happiness in the camp, and I know that okay, against Benin Republic, we're going to do just fine.
I would like to also add the fact that this the indiscipline we saw in the last qualifiers is not replicating itself here. It took only 2 days for we have to have over 90% of the players in camp on the first day, and it means a lot to all of us that are here. Before now, we saw the likes of Victor Ipeba, a lot of legends come out to complain about indiscipline in the camp. But this time around, there is no case of that. I think the players have learned from their mistakes, and they are here to do the needful and take the bull by the horn, like we have said. They are without coach for a long period of time, but these players have come out to say we can do this on our own. We can make Nigerians proud. We are sorry for the mistakes of the qualifiers, the World Cup qualifiers, and they are ready to do the right thing for us now.
All right, talking about arrival, I think Victor Osimhen, we all know the saga around his transfer. He has just signed for his new club, Galatasaray in Turkey, and we can confirm to our viewers that he left Istanbul with his private jet yesterday night, and he has arrived in Nigeria around 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. this morning. I think they said he's resting by now. I think he's going to join the other set of the team in this afternoon. So hopefully we get to see the complete numbers in camp today. Hopefully Victor Osimhen lands in Uyo as maybe in the afternoon. So I feel like talking about the lineup, what should we be expecting?
I'm looking at Victor now. You know, like for me, I think he's kind of match rusted.
He's probably going to be sitting this one out.
I think he will actually come from the bench. I think Victor Boniface can do justice to that attack. You understand, alongside Ademola Lookman and Simon Moses. Left to me, I think Chukwueze should come from the bench. You understand, because you know, me and I have this argument on who should start between Ademola Lookman and Moses Simon, and I'll say okay, with what I saw with from Moses Simon yesterday, I feel that two of them can actually play in the same team. One just has to go to the right wing side, and Chukwueze should come from the bench.
So looking at the combination of Ademola Lookman, Moses and
Boniface, yes,
and
there's fluidity in that attack.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If you look at the dedication of play in the trainings for Ademola Lookman and Moses Simon, I would obviously go for both of them. Again, let's be sincere with ourselves. The season has just started, 3 matches in the season, but we can clearly state that Moses Simon is having a wonderful season already.
Yes.
Unlike the likes of Samuel Chukwueze that has not picked up, but I'm not saying he's having a bad season yet, but let us get our best legs on the pitch.
Yes, let's start well.
Let's start well.
Yes. Yeah, but it doesn't dispute the fact that the Chukwueze is a traditional left.
There's nothing traditional about footballers nowadays. We have seen players play from different positions.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. I think the basics now is how to control, pass, make runs, shots. If you have this, I don't think position matters now.
So a combination of
you have seen inverted and everything now. There's inverted centre back now. There's inverted full back now. There's inverted whatever now. There's false 9 now. There's false whatever now. Yeah. So I think the basics first. Once you can do the basics, you can play football.
All right, let's go back to the midfield where it matters most. I think we have a whole lot of guys in that midfield. It is a list that comprises of defensive midfield, like I rightly said, Frank Oyeka, Wilfred Ndidi, Rafael Onyedika, Ali Hassan, a lot of them. So I don't know Who starts for you in the midfield, Gochuku?
For me, the midfield tussle would be a major one, but I would like to state categorically that Ndidi would have to be the number one first to be picked in that midfield. You know, we missed him in the last AFCON and we saw the impact. We had a lot
Okay.
of
Well, Franco Ika actually
yes,
played, yeah.
he did very well, but you can't compare what we lost out from Ndidi not being in the AFCONs. You get we did a lot of experiments before we eventually clicked in that AFCON. You could see the game now. So I think indeed, since he's present, fit, he should be there. Then we'll now probably match him up with Onyeka. Alasan would have to sit this one out. A wonderful player, but you know sometimes when you have better legs ahead of you, you just have to sit this one out. So I would go for in my DM double pivot. I would go for Wilfred Ndidi and Augsburg this thing.
Franco Ika. No, if he has not played, he has not been taking part
I believe in his
club.
quality. I believe in his quality actually.
Official, do you agree with that?
I want to disagree with Ugochukwu.
Okay.
I saw the list of the midfielders, and none of them have the marking of Alasan. You understand? Let's not take away the fact that the others are more of central midfielders than defensive midfielders. Indeed, there's no more that DM that can cover ground now. He's more of center midfielder. He's more of box to box. Now I've seen the way Leicester use him. Last season he got goals. This season he started getting goals. You understand? You look at Frank Oyedika, he likes to dictate play. He's more like Pillow. He likes to tick. You look at Fisayo Bisayo, the same thing. You look at Onyeka too at Brentford. They play a rotational 3 midfielders. These 3 midfielders are central midfielders. No particular DM. Nosgard is a central midfielder. Jensen is a central midfielder. Onyeka is a central midfielder. So inside these 3, any of them can go and return.
Yeah.
I think the only player that still maintain his style as a DM is Al Hassan at this point. I don't want to talk about where he's playing from and anything, but as a DM now that will stay. I'm talking of staying now, not going. Staying as a DM that will give that backline assurance now. You understand? I think it's probably Alasan.
So how come if no one is talking about JJ's cousin, he will be here?
No, in terms of DMing.
We're talking of
Okay,
DM.
DM.
Yes.
I was thinking we were looking at the midfield
generally.
Okay.
Let's
see. Okay, right.
I would have to disagree with you on that. We saw Alasan in the last AFCON. I'm not saying he had a bad competition, but you could see how his tackles were. They were not clinical. They were not they're ill-timed. That was why we saw that injury.
And then I think he narrowly missed a penalty scare.
Exactly. He's a good midfielder, a good DM, but he does not time his tackles well. And so we don't have the luxury of mistakes at this point in time. We have to get everything right. It has to be click for all of us.
I understand what you're saying. I'm only bringing the opinion of the fact that we have more central midfielders than defenders. These central midfielders can actually operate as a DM, but it has to be double pivot. You understand? This double pivot now will limit our attacking sense.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Guardiola sticks to Rodri as the base. The rest can go. Bernardo can go. Kevin De Bruyne can go without worrying on how to mark, because he trusts his centre backs. Do we have that confidence in our centre backs? Yes, we do to an extent. To an extent, regardless of the combination the coach now decides to use. I'm only saying on paper, as it stands, the original DM we have in that team is Al Hassan. We can judge him based on what he played that time, but we know players. We can have a good game.
I think it won't be fair if you judge him by just one game.
Yes, exactly the point. There was a time they were calling him the Nigerian Kante and whatever. You understand, because of his figure and how he make his runs and everything. I'm just saying on paper as it stands, I think the most complete DM we have now is probably Hassan. Indeed, he doesn't want to do that dirty work again. Let's not lie to ourselves. Fisayo wants to receive the ball. Onyedika likes to dictate play. He wants to drop and collect the ball from his DM now and do the thing. We saw at the goal he scored. You understand? Iwobi wants to do the same. He doesn't want to do dirty job. So obviously, if we're going to focus on our attacking trait, if we're going to leave the likes of Lookman to be comfortable to do what they do, regardless of how they lose the ball, if we're going to allow give Moses Simon the chance to go and lose the ball, and regardless will still mark for you, Alasan has to be in that team for me.
Okay, I wouldn't have. But let's see what the coach.
All right, now let's talk about the centre midfield. I think we have said the defensive. You are going with the double pivot. He's going with Alasan. So let's talk about the centre midfield options that we have.
I don't want to know. I have to see my boy Fisayo Dele Bashiri. That
yes, it starts all day for me. All day.
For me.
It retains the number 10.
I was impressed with his debut. against Benin Republic. I was really impressed.
So
And
it deserves to
man,
get
he
another
deserves
chance.
it.
He deserves to
He
start.
deserves it.
Okay.
He deserves it. We had a poor game, but this guy stood out. He deserves it. So please, I don't care who's gonna sit on the bench for him to start, but he starts for me.
Ewa, I think this is the time for you. I want to make the big call. For me, Obi sits on the bench. If you are using Al Hassan, indeed the start near Al Hassan, put Fisayo there. Fisayo, go and be creative. You can shoot. You can create. The same thing indeed. Now you be the pillar of the game, dictate the game, dictate the tempo. Is it long ball? Is it short passes? You can dictate it along with Al Hassan. You see for Ndidi as the vice captain now to talk to Al Hassan, to correct him, to position him where he wants to be. Am I making sense now? You understand?
Yeah.
But Iwobi has to come from the bench.
Now,
This is the time to
guys,
make the big call.
don't you think it makes sense if you are saying you are compensating for following Bashiru because of his last because of his
It's
last
not compensation.
no, I'm
No.
saying no, you're saying you said something like he played well in the last
Yes,
time against
yes,
Benin Republic, and
yes.
now we are facing the same Benin Republic, so he has to start for you. I saw Rafael Oyedika had a fantastic game
Yeah.
in the last time qualifier too.
Yeah.
So I feel like I would pick him ahead of Ndidi. I don't know how you guys feel about
Onyedika
that.
has never been a starter for the Super. Me and you have been on this production, and I've said it many times that he's a midfielder that I look at very well. He's good on the ball, nice physique, nice technique. You understand? He likes to tick the game too. The only thing I'm just saying is, I don't know how come coaches have come into the system and I've never looked to start him before.
Yeah.
I think the only time he started was the last time we came and he scored a goal. You understand?
So,
He's a complete midfielder. But somehow, coaches tend to shun him probably because of the club he's playing for. I don't understand. Even me, I don't understand.
He almost signed for Barcelona this season.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. Is that good of a midfielder? But somehow it goes under the radar when we're talking about good players for the Super Eagles. Even me, I'm baffled. I've not actually called his name.
Yeah,
so regardless, we know he's going to come off the bench. But him starting, I don't know why coaches have not looked at that angle.
Do you think he's a good game reader?
Yes.
Yes,
That's why I say he knows how to dictate the game.
Actually.
I think the only person keeping Onyedika starting now is probably with Ndidi. Though he can still use Ndidi and Onyedika. But I'm telling you now that nobody will want to do the dirty job. You understand? So that will now bring that our defense have to be on their A game. And judging by what we saw in the qualifiers, what Benin played against us, we saw how fluid that the attack is.
Yes.
They can actually switch. You understand? We are in big trouble if we don't have a cover for our defense before the defense line.
Now, talking about cover for the defense, I think now let's go to the defense line, which is very, very important. We saw our team make some very unnecessary errors in the last match. So I think we will not want to have a repeat of this. So I don't know who starts in the defense line for you, Ugochukwu.
A repeat would be chaos. It would havoc. A repeat of what happened in the last qualifiers, please no.
No more.
I want no more, guys.
That's
for me,
football.
one of the issues we had in the last qualifiers was the fact that there was no Ekong.
Yeah.
Thank God gracious, Ekong is back. So Ekong starts in CB. I would love to pair Ekong with Olisenda.
Okay.
But the truth is, we've not tested that before. And so maybe if we win this first game comfortably, then we can do the experiments in the next game.
So is there any central back partnership that we've tried before that is in this team? Have you seen?
We've used Ajayi
and
Ekong, but we mostly use them 3-man defense. So that with Calvin Bassey. But me, I would prefer a 4-man defense.
Okay.
So we have Ekong and Ajayi. Or Ekong and Olisenda. The right back, left back, Calvin Bassey and Ola,
there's something we are forgetting to add. Eguavoen is a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, he's sticking to 3-5-2. 3 defense. That's 3 when you're attacking, but 5 when you're defending. And Bassey starts. So it's more like Ekong, Ajayi, Bassey. Ola, then
Tanimo.
No, Tanimo will not come in. A winger now
Bruno
will play.
Onyemachi.
A winger now. A winger will play as more as a left centre back. It's as if we're attacking. You understand? There was a time Sterling played that role.
Who are you looking at?
I'm looking at Adema Lukman has to do the honors for Moses Simon. Yes, he has to do the honors. You understand? So Kevin Bassey will cover that play. When we are attacking, to be as a 4 defense. When we are defending, more like this, so we can spring on the counter. Probably because Eguavoen is a defensive-minded coach, and I'm sure he doesn't want to repeat what happened in Abuja the last time because he's on the slim rope. Even in my own books, I've not forgiven him. Seriously, I've not forgiven him because that match, in as much as Ghana somehow won us, I felt that he had the machinery to actually do better in that game and then everything. So I think he's one to watch at all. But like I said, he's a defensive-minded coach. We're playing 5 at the back, and you see.
All right, talking about the goalkeeping sector, I think that does not
Is that all for
call for
debate?
It's not
unless
for debate at this
With
point.
that
unless
hairstyle, that type of head?
Stanley Wabali
The
accidentally
Yama hairstyle.
Yeah, man.
gets injured. That's when we can probably
Yeah,
see an Maduka Okoye coming into the fold. I think Stanley Wabali starts.
Yeah,
We
start
can
all
always
day.
do that.
it starts.
So I think that's our time on final whistle. Chandler give you the best as well. Always told you we promise to give you the best. Don't forget you can always be a part of this family by following us all across all social media platforms at Final Whistle 931 on Facebook, on Twitter, and on TikTok. Thanks for watching.